Hello there. Today's What If will cover Kenobi's dark descent, including a short excerpt from Kenobi's shadow from the stories of Light and Dark. Brushing the hair out of her eyes, cradling her in his arms, he felt something course through his veins. It was not blood. It was something simultaneously colder and hotter than blood. It was anger. He fought to hold it back and listen to Satine's last words.
Remember, my dear Obi-Wan.
Her fingers touched his face.
I've loved you always. I always will.
She closed her eyes. Her body went limp in his arms, and she was dead. Now this is where the theory begins. I hope you enjoy. In anger, Obi-Wan let out a cry, forcing everyone to the walls, breaking the giant glass windows that made up the hall. He grabbed Maul's crimson blade and started towards the Dathomirian. Obi-Wan slices Maul in 2, then 4, no, 8, until there is nothing left of him. Savage is next, as he slices his way through everyone in the room, including the commandos, helpless to defend themselves until there is a puddle of red around the Duchess. He will find and kill Almec and every Mandalorian in his path, anyone who stood and stands in his way, everyone. Maul laughs in the back of his mind as the echo of the Sith remained to haunt him. Kenobi had lost. He gave in to the dark, and he has fallen. And he keeps falling, out in the streets, as he makes light work of all the other commandos that have gathered to see what has caused such a riot. But before they can see anything, a simple flash of red, and the helmet is next to hit the floor. Obi-Wan shortly arrives at the twilight, when he notices a shuttle that doesn't belong. Focusing, he watches the red-hooded figure walking down its ramp. He can sense something. This is the Sith Lord he has been looking for all along. The Sith the Jedi had been warned about, but had chosen to ignore. This can only mean Dooku was right. The Council was wrong. The same Council that hesitated in sending Kenobi to Mandalore. The Council that in fact forbade it. The Council has been so tied up in politics, it has become the very thing it swore to destroy. The Sith Lord approached Kenobi knowing exactly what it is that he desires, the power to save the one he loved. But he loves no more. His veins are only filled with hate now. It is too late. Palpatine knew that if he could convince the Council's Golden Jedi, he would be the most powerful yet, and that Kenobi was the key to convincing Anakin to join him, to become truly unstoppable, and this was the moment. Kenobi was no fool. Before Palpatine had realised, Kenobi had ignited his own crimson twin blades in an attempt to slice him into 3, blinded by his own hate and lust for power, and only just in time, focusing enough on the here and now to throw his blades aside, leaving him truly exposed for Kenobi's attack. Reaching out to the darkness of his heart for the first time, Obi-Wan managed to produce a dark crimson red lightning from his fingers, reducing a frightened Palpatine to ashes in mere moments of selfishness. Boarding the shuttle, Kenobi sets the navigation for Coruscant and alerts Anakin straight away for himself and Padme to meet him far from the temple. This would be the start of a rebel alliance against the Jedi that would doom the galaxy to another war for decades to come. As much as I would love to continue this theory right here and now, Anakin and Kenobi against the Order, I feel like a rebel alliance against the Jedi would make for a great theory in itself. So I will definitely come back and continue this in a few weeks after I've had the time to think it over. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it when it drops, and let me know anything else you would like to see theorised in the comments. I do really enjoy making these videos and creating a new story from the smallest of details such as this excerpt. If you want to hear the full excerpt, do let me know and I can cover this in another video. May the Force be with you, always.